How are we going today, everyone? My name is Rakun. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I believe I found the real reason as to why we haven't got a release date for Bayonetta 3. Now, before I say that reason, I believe I already know what the comments of this video are going to be like. No, Rakun, you shouldn't compare it to religious texts and beliefs, and you should account for every religious text. Hold that thought. No, Rakun, they haven't set a date on it yet because they are just busy working on it. Duh, I know, right? Shocking. Okay, so first off, I'm in the wrong if I base it off some religious concepts and theological concepts when you have Platinum Games literally making angels into literal strippers and dominatrix lovers. And I know they haven't set a date yet because they are still working on it and they want to hype it up for the mystery. I know it. I get it. Of course, that's because that's the most practical and most logical reason why. Yes, we know. Thank you so much for saying that. Most people in the Bayonetta community knows that and have that in the back of their minds. So don't waste your time commenting something that is obvious when people already know it's obvious. This theory is just a cool thought that I had. Alright, disclaimer out of the way, let's jump right into the Day of Judgment Theory. Initially, we know Bayonetta as a game based off religious themes and figures. Paradiso, Purgatorio, Inferno, you name it. So it would make sense that the blood moon at the beginning of the Bayonetta 3 teaser would be a sign of the apocalypse, and signs of an era of the end of days. Based off the verses Acts 2:20, Revelation 6:12, and Joel 2:31. The common theme of these is that the moon would be the same color as blood. Of course, in our modern translation, it's the lunar eclipses that we've seen, which I find pretty cool since it's like the encapsulation of the possibility of an ending era. We can't really prove it, we can't really disprove it no matter what interpretation you have, so what's the point of hating each other when you can just really discuss how epic this topic is? Regardless, since Bayonetta has themes based off Christian literature, it would be a great parallel that sets the theme of Bayonetta. But why is that important? Well, in the game, it would signify the beginning of the end. Now, what am I saying? We all know that. You guys know that. This is all assumed knowledge and old news. But I have not seen this next point anywhere. Reddit, YouTube, Facebook, I have not seen or heard of this argument ever. Now, bear with me. This is cool whether you have a religion or not, or whatever belief you have. This is cool, trust me. Now, I know heaps of people and scholars will debate this eschatological concept, but there is no 100% specific date where we can pinpoint the Day of Judgment. Per se. As said in Matthew 24:36, but about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Now keep in mind this is a video game we're talking about, I'm not trying to attack anyone's personal beliefs, but I believe this is a great parallel to the theme of Bayonetta 3. We don't know the date of the game's release, or shall I say the Day of Judgment. And please hold your horses, I know that there are other interpretations that Day of Judgment could also mean an era or an eon of suffering. Yes, I've heard those. I think they're pretty cool too, but remember, we're talking about a video game here. So anyway, the common trope would be that there is no date of the Day of Judgment, yet the apocalypse, the rapture, whatever you want to call it. I really theorize that this is the reason for its absence. It fits that trope from the creators, and of course it makes it so much of a hidden intellectual mystery. And you see all these commenters and posts to Kamiya and the developers at Platinum Games. When is the game coming? It's like the common attitude that revolves around the followers yearning for the Day of Judgment to their creator. It's a great parallel. There's no news of any information for Bayonetta 3. Well, there was. It's just that Kamiya's saying it's progressing smoothly. Oh, I'm blocked by Kamiya. But anyway, messages that promote that mysterious hype and foreshadowing is a common recurring motif in eschatology. Yes! Okay, and just to let you know, eschatology, I found out, was a branch of theology that talks about the end of times, the apocalypse and all that stuff. So eschatology. Now, I don't know if this is the exact reason why they haven't given us a date, but it's a really cool parallel to look at. Remember, especially when studying theology and lore, there are thousands of different perspectives and interpretations that can overkill any other interpretation. Actually, the quote, "there is someone always better than you," is the best way to describe the study of lore and theology, unless it can be confirmed. So there's not much of a point of trying to prove that this interpretation is better than this interpretation, or this event was better than this event. Just get through life safely. Interpretation can't be interpretation when you put consciousness and logic into the equation. So there's no point in hating each other or killing each other due to our differences. I think it's much cooler to discuss these topics and also create shonen-like series of them. Heck, biblical, literal planets, gangsters, actual countries, you name it. That's why I love learning more interpretations from you all. Now, I can't prove that religion is a book of history, but I can believe it's a book of faith. Of course, there are heaps of inconsistencies and things that show the bad and the wrong of people, but what kind of book would be worth learning from without them? Anyway, that's my thought on Bayonetta 3's absence. Remember, I can't wait too, so I hope I can provide you with a show that gives you value and also that can make you get through the day smiling, laughing, or whatever positive experience you have, regardless of who you are, what you believe in, or who you've become. Now, I got some more exciting news for you guys, so please stick around for the next video. I'm pretty sure you'd like to join in. I'm Rakun, I'm restoring a knowledgeable universe now, and bye. Is like the common attitude for people. For a, what was it, citizens? I don't know, there's a better word for it, like followers, that's the word. For followers, for, should have done it like this. I can see. It's like the same thing. I should have done it like this. Damn, why did I do it like this? Okay, it's fine. I think it's a good, parallel if you watch it, like, the only time that he's being religious is when it's not in the shape of a sash. That's really cool. Okay, I'll keep it like this. I think that's a really good perspective, parallel, or a irony, a type of irony in the film. Okay, ready?